Hi, my name's Ben Humphreys. I'm one of the senior leaders here at APM WorkCare. I'm also a counsellor by background. I'm here today to give you some key tips on how to firstly recognise signs of low mental health in yourself and some tips to improve your mental wellness ongoing. In terms of starting this conversation, a really important principle is understanding the cues, signs, or red flags of low mental health in yourself and others. One of the easiest places to start is looking at how you usually function day to day, and you maybe start to notice a difference. What that could mean is withdrawing from your friends socially, decreasing your engagement in physical activity. You might be finding it harder to self-motivate to make things like meals at home or go to work, go into the office, and actually follow through on tasks. Similarly, you might be finding your alcohol intake's increasing, you're struggling to actually fall asleep or stay asleep, therefore compensating with more caffeine. And lastly, a really easy one to pick up is you might be finding your problem solving or decision making in the workplace is simply not as sharp as it normally is. So in terms of what we do with that, well, the key actions really stem from those signs. One of the key principles to establish early is this is not about perfection. It's simply about consistency of the routine, creating momentum in a healthy direction for yourself. So it's about being forgiving when you fail to follow through on tasks, but also recognizing enough repetitions of the right behavior help establish positive trends in your mental wellness. The first place to start tends to be the easiest, forcing yourself to commit to a routine of a very simple exercise or physical activity program. Something as simple as going for a 20-minute walk a few times a week, signing up for things like September happening currently, but also following through with things like social sporting events that you may already have in place. Likewise, driving yourself to the office, physically socializing with people in your network tends to be one of the most simple but most effective ways we can help regulate our mental wellness ongoing. Finally, following through with things like being mindful of drinking less alcohol, eating more home-cooked meals, ordering less takeaway, but simply communicating with people at home around dietary requirements and expectations can be a really easy way to put boundaries in place to help safeguard around further decreases in your actual wellness. Lastly, one of the most important principles in this space tends to be how regularly and how well you're sleeping. But it's not as simple as just clicking your fingers and all of a sudden improving your entire sleep cycle. Again, it tends to be about establishing a healthier routine in the 2 hours before bed, decreasing your access to artificial light. Perhaps that means reading a book, having a bath, or having a shower. Sleeping in a cool room, roughly 18 to 22 degrees if you've got air conditioning, otherwise running a fan for some white noise. They can all be really simple ways to help trick your mind into thinking this is the routine you need before bed, and therefore, over time, that will start to lead to improvements in how firstly you fall asleep and then how consistently you stay asleep. Once again, my name's been Ben Humphreys. I work with APM WorkCare as a senior leader and a senior counsellor here, and these are some key tips on how to improve your mental wellness.